All right, here we are. Here's your ads. Here's your upgrades. Here's the waivers for Week 12. Starting off at quarterback, I want to address the Taysom Hill thing right away. Taysom Hill was a great pickup for a lot of people last week. You could put him in ESPN anyway. He was a great pickup. You can fill him into the tight end spot if that's what you needed. Now, he's taken in a lot of leagues. He's taken in over 90% of the league, so he's probably not out there, but take a look and see if you're in the ESPN league. A guy you're really going to want to look out for, especially if you have Tom Brady in Week 13 on a bye. I'm going to give you two of these guys. There's no buys in Week 12. The NFL and their great scheduling practices, but there's two teams on bye in Week 13, and one of them's probably your quarterback, Tom Brady. With that in mind, look at Derek Carr. Derek Carr's available in 64% of Yahoo leagues and 62% of ESPN leagues. He has a juicy schedule coming up. He just put up 21 fantasy points, including 3 touchdowns, 275 yards through the air. He has Atlanta coming up in Week 12, and he has the Jets in Week 13. So if Tom Brady's your quarterback and he's on a bye, this is the guy you want. If he's not available, you can flip over to Phillip Rivers. Phillip Rivers available in 73% of Yahoo leagues, 91% of ESPN leagues. He's got a juicy matchup in Week 13 against Houston. He's coming off of 288 yards, 3 touchdowns, 21 fantasy points. Over to running back J.K. Dobbins. Now, I know there's been some recent COVID activity with J.K. Dobbins and Mark Ingram that's going to push Gus Edwards into the spotlight. We'll get to that in a minute. But I want you to take a look for J.K. Dobbins first. J.K. Dobbins is going to be taking over that lead role. It started to happen this last game in Baltimore. This is the guy you're going to want. And if you're not 2 weeks ahead, you're a week behind. So I know he's not going to play in Week 12, but strongly consider him to add. Maybe there's a bench spot you have, a guy that's probably never going to play. Kick that guy out of there. Put J.K. Dobbins in because he's the new lead running back in Baltimore in Week 13. Now, Gus Edwards, we just talked about him. Gus Edwards, available in 71% of Yahoo leagues, 93% of ESPN leagues. Again, he will lead that Baltimore backfield with the COVID situation involving Mark Ingram and J.K. Dobbins in Week 12. And I know he's got Pittsburgh coming up. They let James Robinson put up 94 all-purpose yards. Last I checked, I think that Gus Edwards was just as good as James Robinson, although James Robinson is having a great year this year. Latavius Murray is the name you're going to want to look for. He's available in 41% of Yahoo leagues, 53% of ESPN leagues. Look, if something happens to Kamara, he's going to be the guy. He looked like he was getting a near even share of the carries, the touches. So I don't know what this situation holds for that running attack with Taysom Hill at quarterback, but it looks like it could be bright. Get Latavius Murray. It's not going to hurt you to take a guy who's probably not going to crack your starting lineup and replace him with a guy like Latavius Murray. It's a good smart play. It's a long play, and if it comes through for you, you look like a rock star. Wide receiver Michael Pittman. We've talked about him in weeks past. He's available in 56% of Yahoo leagues, 74% of ESPN leagues. Week 10, he had 19 points. Week 11, he had 16 points. And he's got a juicy schedule coming up with Tennessee, Las Vegas, and Houston twice. Again, available in 56% of Yahoo leagues, 74% of ESPN leagues. Emmanuel Sanders. He's available in 51% of Yahoo leagues, 48% of ESPN leagues. A lot of people dropped him. A lot of people dropped him when Drew Brees went down because he wasn't getting a lot of targets then. Hey, he had a couple good long targets. One of them was a touchdown callback. I still believe in Emmanuel Sanders, especially if you need a situation where you're trying to cover for, I don't know, in Week 13, maybe a Mike Evans, a Chris Godwin, somebody of that nature. Damari Bird, available in 98% of Yahoo leagues, 99% of ESPN leagues. Put up 132 yards and a touchdown. Now, I hope this isn't a thing like the running backs in New England where every other week it's a new guy, and a guy that was bagging groceries last week is all of a sudden leading the team in carries. I don't think that's going to be the case. Damari Bird just needed a little time to show up there with Cam Newton, build that relationship. And at tight end, we're llooking at Jordan Akins. 98% availability in Yahoo leagues, 98% availability in ESPN leagues. Last week he went 5 for 83 and 13 fantasy points. This is a guy that can help you down the stretch here. Look, if you're looking for more great information like this, check out the website, HallOfFameFantasyFootball.com, or check us out on Facebook. Check out the Facebook group. It's a great exchange we have, Winning Fantasy Football. Ask questions, answer questions. It's free to post. It's an open type thing. And subscribe to this YouTube channel here, Hall of Fame Fantasy Sports.